Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. So I'm going to try to get this edited and put up today, maybe tomorrow. Today, we are on the countdown to Christmas. It is Monday the 22nd. I have a dear friend coming by later to pick up a few things from me. There's a lot of things that my husband and my family and I do throughout the year. You guys know I've always said, take care of yourselves, take care of your neighbor. Your neighbor doesn't literally mean your neighbor. So I have a dear friend that I was fortunate enough to meet early in my cosmetology career. For those of you who don't know me, I used to be a hairdresser, stylist, cosmetologist, whatever you want to call it. I wore many hats. I ran a salon, I managed a salon, I've helped with another salon. I have educated. I was an educator for a major color manufacturer. So I've had a whole nother life before this. During that life, I met an amazing family, and their mom just kind of took me in. We really actually just meshed amazingly. And sadly, she's gone. She passed several years ago, and I miss her every day. But a lot of people that you meet during one season, they're gone after that season. But sometimes you meet people that are here with you through every season. I've learned not to question it, and this is one of those families. We have lost both of the initial people that I met, so I'm going to call them the parents. We have lost the parents, both of them. We lost him about 6 months after I lost my dad back in '96. So that tells you how long I've known them. But anyways, we lost her probably about 5, 6 years ago. I don't know, y'all. Time and all is just bad. But we've lost one of her daughters. But the youngest one is probably the one that if you looked at us, you would never even understand. She is just amazing. She is a former retired school teacher. So she is an angel, and she has angels. And what they do is throughout the year, and especially around this time of the year, she knows of people who need things that either wouldn't qualify for an angel tree, or she has decided to adopt them instead of them having to go through the program. I have been on the receiving end of that when my son was younger. Some of our times in the last couple of years, we would not have gotten through without them. But during the times when I can, I love to help. So today we're going to make 2 loaves of bread and a chocolate cake. The turkey that we received a couple right after Thanksgiving, I actually cooked it and fixed some things and sent it to them. There's a dear family that she's helping. So today we're going to make these things because, I love to bake, and she's just always been so wonderful to us. I love to be able to help others in their time. And even though sometimes we go through times where we struggle, like, we've gone through a lot of times like that, I still like to give back because I feel like that is my purpose. Everybody feels like they have their own. I've just always had a giver's heart and a caretaker's heart. And I have put that towards a lot of different places. But right now, this is my mission. So this is what we're going to do. And I love this because my aspect is I look at it different. A lot of people go in and help the children, which is great. Christmas is about the Christmas magic and the children. But my thing is there's always that parent. Those parents, they are doing the best that they can do. So I want to do something for them because their main concern is their children. Every parent, I wouldn't say every parent, but most parents, our main concern are our children. So I want to be able to give to them. And I did ask her to ask them what their favorite dessert was, and she would like to have cake. So we're going to make a cake. I have already melted my butter because you guys know we're going to do bread. I'm not going to show you that process. I will film it and then I will go through it with you. If you want to know how to do it, I do have a video up. I will be more than happy to do another one. Here in a bit, what we're going to do, and probably tomorrow, had a question Thanksgiving morning from one of my goddaughters about how to make my pie crust. I told her Thanksgiving that the easiest thing for her to do would be to go buy one that day. Mainly because Aunt Adrienne just didn't have the energy, or I was having a really bad day that day. So tomorrow, we are going to film both pie crusts that I make because my husband has asked for a pecan pie for Christmas. So I went and purchased pecans, or I ordered. You guys saw that I put that up. I ordered our groceries, a few things I needed in yesterday. I actually ran out of pecans, and this isn't the time of the year for me to go around to my friends and go, hey, you got any pecans in your yard? So I just bought a bag, and I'm going to do those. So tomorrow, we're going to do pie crust, and I'm going to do my pecan pie. I use Ree Drummond's recipe. I do it a little different, and I'll explain that to you tomorrow. I do use her base recipe. I use everything she uses. I just do my pecans differently. We'll go through all of that tomorrow. But today, we're going to bake a cake. Like I said, I'm going to do my bread. I'm going to get it rising, and then we're going to get the cake started. So I'm going to grab my apron, and the next thing you'll see is me getting the bread ready. I have the bowl in the corner. You saw me do that. We're going to let that dough sit for about an hour. It needs to double in size. Now, cake recipe we are going to do. Simple enough. I've done it one time. It was delicious. I made it years ago. Ordered my cocoa from Sam's. We're making this one. It is a perfectly chocolate cake. So I'm going to make this. I do have the 2 layers set out in the pan. So we'll put the thing in and everything. So we're going to make this. So I have my bowl here that's got left of the flour that I didn't use for my bread. But I'm going to put it back in here because I need to be able to measure appropriately. Now, what you saw me do is I don't scoop, I don't fluff and scoop. I still pull and scrape. I am old enough to have had home ec in high school, in junior high. I went to junior high, not middle school, and I had home ec. My teacher always taught us to fluff and scoop. I have done the pull and fluff and go in gently and do, and I still can't get it right. And call me old fashioned. This is what I do. I like it. All right, so this calls for 2. Oh, hold on. All right, so let me read these instructions. I'll be right back. Okay, I have read the instructions. I started a few things. It says to take the dry ingredients and put them in a large bowl. So I got 1 3/4 cup of flour. Let me grab my 1/4 cup and do 3 of these. And I know that it's the time of the year where everything just gets crazy busy. Try to find you some time just to slow down and enjoy it. Especially if you've got little ones, because they grow up so fast. Plenty of pictures and videos. Take plenty. Alright, now this is a cake. It is a chocolate cake. So do not freak out when I put the sugar in here. It does call for 2 cups of sugar. If you hear that, that's my rice cooker. Made some chicken soup without any noodles or rice or anything with it, so that I made rice. We're just going to put some rice in the bowl and pour the soup over it for lunch. That's what we did last night. So good. All right, 2 cups of sugar. And this hot cocoa recipe is amazing. 3/4 cup of cocoa. Now I did get this big one, but I also have a small one that I'm finishing, so I'm going to use this one. So I need 3/4 of a cup. That last one was a little short because the one before that was a little over. So balances out, right? That's the way I think, especially with chocolate. All right, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder and baking soda. I got a half around here somewhere. I may have put it in the... I have a really bad habit of doing things before I finish and put up dishes. So, all right, so what do I have here? I have salt. So I need a teaspoon of salt. My water is boiling behind me. And 1 1/2 of baking soda and baking powder. Because this is all-purpose flour. Honestly, that's all I have in my house. Okay. All right, then I'm going to stir this. So I'm going to combine this So yeah, I'm thinking I should have got a bigger bowl, but maybe we'll be okay. I found these bowls. If you've seen my video of my thrift store haul back in the summer, I believe, might have been earlier than that, we went to our local thrift store, one of them, and my husband found these set of bowls, 3 of them, 3 or 4, I think it's 3, maybe 4, I don't know. It was the whole set, and I think they put them together and priced the set instead of the set. They priced it for a bowl, so we got that set for a steal. All right, 2 eggs. Now I'm going to tell you, with my eggs, they do come from the store, but here lately I have noticed between the 2 that we get, sometimes they may have a feather in them or something that I don't know. I'm weird when it comes to eggs. So crack them in a bowl off to the side, check them out. That one's fine. Okay. And here's another one. These have come to room temperature. I set them out this morning. Because here in a bit, if I get the energy, I'd love to make some more oatmeal raisin cookies for you guys. I've changed up my recipe a bit, and it was absolutely delicious. They were a huge hit. So, all right, I'm going to put this stuff back up, get it out of my way, because I will not need that. I may need the salt, but I have more salt. 2 eggs, a cup of milk. Now, I did buy milk yesterday, because I know with Christmas coming up, and hot chocolate will be on our Christmas morning list. So, we have a very, very quiet Christmas this year. So, I'm trying to decide meals and things like that. All right, a cup of milk. No, we're not mixing anything together yet. Normally you'd use your mixer or something, but I'm going to whisk this by hand today. 1 cup of milk, a half a cup of vegetable oil. I have actually no vegetable oil in my home because we don't use vegetable oil anymore. So, I'm going to use olive oil. Half a cup. Y'all, I am not with it today. Kind of scattered. My half a cups are now dirty. So, well, I'm going to use another one. This one has a half cup line in it. Half a cup of oil. And my pan is ready. I decided not to do the 2 layer because I just realized that the trash man just ran and I put all of my cardboard in there. All right, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I don't have any way to give this to them to transport, so I'm going to put it in one of my other containers. All right, and a cup of boiling water, which I have here, and I do have a metal measuring cup. There we go. And then it says to combine this, mix and combine for 2 minutes on low. Well, as you see, I have a very small bowl and a whisk because I wanted to show you, yes, you can use your mixer, you can use your hand mixer, your stand mixer, whatever you choose to do. Some people just have a whisk, some people just have a wooden spoon. Some people would do this with a wooden spoon, some people would do it with a whisk. However you want to, whichever tool you want to use to make your cake. This will be a runnier batter. And a lot of times when you're adding everything, you can even cut back on a little bit of your water and add coffee in here. And if you want to, you can make an espresso, however you want to work that. It just brings out the flavor of the chocolate. I just don't have any left over to do it. Some people would put the coffee in instead of water. Just make sure it's hot since they want boiling water. I'd make sure your coffee was boiling. Just don't burn it. Or some espresso powder. I always just use leftover coffee if I have any leftover coffee. Those are two words that do not normally go together in this household. All right. Well, actually, you were supposed to stir the boiling water in. I didn't read that far ahead, so we're good though. I've done this before. All right. I know that wasn't 2 minutes, but I have a pan like this I found at a thrift store at a estate sale. I'm going to put that in there, mainly because, like I said, I realized I don't have any takeaway pans right now, nothing disposable, which I normally do. And I don't have anything to put a layer cake in to travel, because I sent 2 of them out, and neither one of them have ever come back over the years. So, and I haven't picked any more up. Okay. Oven's on 350. It is preheated. So what I'm going to do is this goes in a preheated 350 degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes. So in we go. And then you and I are going to check on our bread. All right, we probably got about I'd say 15 minutes more to rise on that dough. So what I'm going to do is give you guys, I'm going to take a little break. You're not going to realize this, but I'm going to clean up, get everything taken care of, and then we'll come back and divide these loaves. I've been trying to decide, do I want to do 2 loaves? Do I want to do a loaf and some cinnamon rolls? I'm doing a cake. I'm going to do the icing. I'm going to do 2 loaves of bread. I don't have the energy to do the other things and do what I still want to do. So I'm having to decide. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's the day that I'm going to work on a list of things that I want to get done between now and our family Christmas on Christmas Eve. So, and then we'll decide where to go next. So I'll see you probably in about 20 minutes. I know I told y'all that it'd be a few minutes, but I gotta tell you, you're watching me on YouTube, go check out Kikira, Kikirough. She's one of my favorites. That's her sister. She's doing a cheap and easy hummus in minutes. We're going to try that because I have an idea of what I want to do for Christmas Day, so we may be making hummus soon. Check her out.
30 minutes to bake. I'm letting it completely cool and then we'll ice it. But it's time to put our bread in the oven. They're ready to be baked. You saw me do this. I have decided to start doing this because I gift these or I give these breads away. I make them for people and I don't know if they taste right. Does anybody else do this? Because I'm so afraid that my bread's not going to be right. I'm not going to know. So I take a little bit of dough from each one and I just put it in a pan and make me a little roll. So in the oven, I'm going to bake for 20 minutes. I'm going to brush them with the butter that I have left over and then finish baking. So today you're getting to see what happens when Adrian's not fully ready for her day. But that's okay. Got a little more charge on there because it died again on me. But this gave me time to show you something. It's been about 5 minutes since I made this icing. It's going nowhere. It's hard now. So if I wanted to pipe with that, I could. Here's the cake. I can pull this up and this icing's going nowhere. So cake's ready. Now let me show you my bread. I have to say, I think this is the prettiest it's come out in a while. Now, if you make bread, tell me why my loaves want to split. And I made sure, you saw, I made sure and got my creases down and everything else, but still bust open. So I'm thinking next time I'm going to split the top and see if it keeps the sides from splitting on its own. So that's it. That is what we've got today. I'm going to let this bread and this cake cool completely. But actually, I'm getting ready to do that cake over again because it smells good and my family wants it. I think it's going to be really good for today. And give us a couple of days that we can eat off of it. But tomorrow, we're going to make pie crust. So I will see you tomorrow. If you are new here, thank you so much for being here with me today. We try to have a lot of fun. I do a lot of different things. Actually found a new recipe, a different recipe for English muffins that I want to try. So we're going to try that too. I got some sausage in the freezer. I'm going to make us some breakfast sandwiches. So if you're new here, thank you for being here. If you are not new here and this is not your first time with me, thank you so much for being here. I know, like I said, I'm well aware that I'm all over the place at times, and that's just the way my brain works. But after the holidays, I do want to start sitting down. I've got to sit down now and finish out my plans for the garden. I know, garden. It's December, Adrian. I'm going to expand it in the off season so that when it's time to plant, I can plant. So that's the way we're going to do it. So we're going to take you around with us to do that. There's a lot we want to do in the yard. We've got things planned out. We just need to get everything set up to where we can do it. But right now we're going to get through the holidays. So I do want you to try to slow down, take a little time for yourself and enjoy yourselves. Take care of yourself. Take care of your neighbor. If you have not subscribed, please do. And it's really just so that, because I do want to try to be able to help people. I know there's a lot of people out there like me. So if I'm somebody that somebody may like, just share my channel with them and let's see what we can do and where we can go with this. But we're going to get everything going. You know, at 51, I'm learning how to do it. So we're going to do it. So guys, take care of yourselves. Take care of your neighbors. Have a fabulous day.